challenger. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks, hailing from Belfast, Northern Ireland. He weighed in at 10 stone, 6 pounds. His record stands at 19 wins, 2 losses, with 15 wins coming by way of knockout. They call him the Hawk. Introducing the challenger, Neil Sinclair. And his opponent across the ring on my right, the defending champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with silver trim. He joins us all the way from San Juan, Puerto Rico. He weighed in at 10 stone, 6 pounds, 14 ounces, with a record of 23 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. He has 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight he is making the second defense of his title. Please welcome the defending WBO welterweight champion of the world, introducing Daniel Santos. Once again, our referee in charge, John Coyle, now to give instructions. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled.
What must Neil Sinclair be going through mentally now?
Thank you, gentlemen. Listen to my instructions at all times, obey the rules at all times, and display good sportsmanship. Good luck to you both. Shake hands.
Sinclair bypassing the British and Commonwealth crowns, going straight in at world level. It's a massive gamble, Glenn.
Yes, it is. It's always better to try and get some domestic titles first, get the 12 rounds under your belt so you've got that confidence. But he's got his chance, he's in there. Now he's just got to take that chance.
John Coyle from Wolverhampton is the referee here in Sheffield. Sinclair in the white trunks, dangerous, particularly with the right hand. And he'll look to work from the outside. That's his best chance. As you can see, Santos is a kind of cocky southpaw. Dangerous with his left, blew away Giovanni Parisi, the now faded former world champion, in his last fight, and that took him only 4 rounds. It's his second defense of the title here, Santos. From real fight country in Puerto Rico. Sinclair's also got the difficulty of coping with that southpaw style.
Well, Sinclair has the right punch, the right hand to deal with southpaws. That's the one he'll be looking for. But really, although he's a puncher, he's never tested his punch at this sort of level.
Santos has only come apart once, and that was when he was demolished in 5 rounds by the very good Ghanaian Kofi Jantua, who really is top 10 material. Already landing with that left hand early, Santos. Probably doesn't know too much about Sinclair, just having a little look at him early. One of the things to look for here too with Sinclair is, will he freeze on the big night?
Well, Santos looks sharp enough. He's looking to get his straight left home, throwing that punch with a bit of power.
Can Sinclair bring that good right hand of his into play? Oh, left hand, and he's down in the first round. Oh, problems for Sinclair. That's what he did not need. Mandatory 8 count. Doesn't seem too bad, but that looks like bad news, doesn't it, Glenn?
Yes, it does. That will give Santos a lot of confidence. Also dented the hopes of Sinclair a bit. He's got to come back from this strongly.
Looking to ram home those left hands out of the southpaw style all the time now, Santos. Last half minute. Sinclair out of range too much with that jab at the moment.
Yes, that's just showing that he is losing his confidence. He's not committing himself with his right hand or his jab.
Oh, there's a right hand, though! Look at that from Sinclair! Oh, boy! He's got Santos down. First time he connected with it. What an opening round here.
Well, that's what he needed, Neil Sinclair.
That's only a slip. That's only a slip. Well, that has lifted him in 1 split second. It all looked to be going horribly wrong, like a gamble that had backfired, and then that right hand. But first things first.
Yes, he's getting caught with a left hand, a straight left. He just crouched down a bit, got caught as he crouched down from that long left hand from Santos. Now he was just sort of crouching down, trying to get out of the way of that punch, and he just walked onto it a bit.
But then this. Oh,
well, that was a much better punch from Sinclair. He caught Santos flush. That's what he needed to get his confidence back, to get himself back in the fight.
10 seconds, corner.
And now he knows that he can hit and hurt this Puerto Rican champion.
Seconds out, round 2.
Well, it's fairy tale stuff, this, if Sinclair does do it. Nobody gave him too much chance. Now the corner, very slow here with Sinclair. There's some kind of problem with his gum shield, and he's ended up getting about a 75-second break. I think they're getting a bit excited in the corner there. To be fair, John Breen, very good trainer there, so it's obviously something went wrong momentarily. Sinclair in the white trunks, the Belfast fighter, looking to take this title to Northern Ireland, looked a bit off balance there and disorganized, didn't he?
Yes, he did. It's these long lefts from Santos which can give Sinclair problems. The same with Sinclair, it's his right hand that gives Santos the problems.
And sometimes in the past, this Puerto Rican has been a little bit mentally fragile himself. What did that right hand do for his confidence in what he might have seen as a routine defense? He might be thinking, hello, what have I got here?
Well, I'm sure he is now. When he's been on the floor, he's bound to think, this kid can punch a bit, just to be wary.
Sinclair has to be crafty, he has to work the openings, but all the time he's very, very careful not to get in range for that dangerous left hand of the Puerto Rican. It's fascinatingly poised already, this. Sinclair not without a hope, obviously. He's got that right hand in a couple of times in this second round, and interestingly there, Santos seemed to want to hold on for just a moment, didn't he?
Yes, he's cocking that right hand. He's looking to get some power in that punch, Sinclair. Just trying to get the levers right. But he's the one that's looking now to try and deliver that punch.
Body shot was a right hand. Now complaining to the referee, Santos, giving out 1 or 2 little distress signals and starting to give the impression at the moment that he's not enjoying life in there.
Yes, maybe just a little bit of panic crept into Santos's game plan.
Oh, left hand! He enjoyed that all right, and that's more dangerous. I'm not sure Sinclair's going to get up from this. He won't. It's over for him. Left cross, close in, counted out, over in round 2. Well, he found the answer, Daniel Santos. He'd been tagged a bit with that right hand in the round, but there was the championship quality. And Sinclair really was out of it from the moment the punch landed. The referee hardly need bothered to have count, but he did. And he could have got to 30, I'm afraid. And at the moment, Neil Sinclair is still down there, prostrate on the canvas. Now, let's just hope this is all precautionary and he's all right. I mean, it's all very well giving people surprise opportunities when they haven't even fought for minor championships, but you are taking a risk throwing these fellows in at this sort of level, aren't you?
It's a big risk, it's a big step into the unknown. You're not sure about stamina, you're not sure about punch resistance at this level. It is a big gamble. I mean, boxing's about gambling and opportunities. He had to take the opportunity, but we just got to hope that he's all right.
Daniel Santos is a little worried about it himself. There's no celebrations from him. That's good to see. He's not dancing around the ring. Everybody's applauding as Sinclair gets back to his feet. I think the medical people, quite rightly, were just making absolutely certain that everything was okay before lifting him to his feet. And that's part of the excellent medical backup we do now have in this country with paramedics at ringside. Santos goes over for a little word of consolation. Well, he had his big moment in that fight, Neil Sinclair. But Santos had the answer in the end, didn't he?
He did, but just for a moment it looked as if Sinclair was starting to get on top. He was, you know, he got his confidence back after he put Santos on the floor. He was starting to go forward, looking for his right hand, and then you know, Santos showed the class and the champion that he is, and came back with a wonderful punch.
Really was a good punch thrown from close in, and they'll give Sinclair all the time he wants in that corner, just to let his senses fully recover from what was a very, very good finishing shot. So for him, the dream dies. As we were saying the other week, Rocky's really for the movies, isn't it?
Yes, this is a tough game. Occasionally there is a story, but on the whole, class always prevails. And Santos has the proven record. A big shame for Neil Sinclair. He got his opportunity. He just, you know, wasn't prepared well enough.
Now let's have another look at this. Oh, wide open for it.
Yes, he'd missed the shot. His defense had come down, Sinclair. He was just thinking about the punch there, trying to keep the right arm of Santos down. He's almost holding Santos's right arm down where he lifts himself open.
And he was out of it really from the moment it landed, right on the point of the chin. It's his third defeat. He was floored 3 times and got beaten by the British fighter Dennis Berry earlier on in his career. Santos is still the WBO welterweight champion and looks pretty useful.